We are here today because somebody is going to learn how to fly a plane.
Yeah. So if you grab onto this handle up here, and then you can swing yourself forward, that's it. Okay.
See ya
So
later.
this is how it would be for real. So normally we go through all sorts of things for checks and all that. We'll assume all that's done. So fundamentally, the things you need to be looking at, we'll talk through the controls first of all. So far left is the steering wheel for the nose wheel.
Yep.
Okay, so if you put your hand on it, you feel it sprung over to the middle. So you can,
Yep.
okay, so that's obviously when you let go, it centers the nose wheel. When you're moving it, as you're taxiing, only move it, if you look what I'm doing, maybe that much.
Right.
And then hold it and resist any temptation to move it again, because there's a slight delay. Fly by wire. There's a slight delay between moving that and the nose wheel moving. So what happens generally is people will put their hand on it, will move it, and go, it's not moving, and they'll do more, and then suddenly it'll lurch, and then suddenly they'll take it off, and they go, oh, it's not moving yet, so they move it the other way, and suddenly it swings the other way, and before you know it, they're completely out of sequence, out of phase with what the aircraft's doing. So the secret is little input. Resist any temptation to move, and just wait for the aircraft nose to respond, and then you can make little adjustments as you go. Side stick, self-explanatory. You have a feel of it. So left and right. It's quite. It's got a damp here. So look at the little arrow. You got up and down. If you spin that, so it's 0.6 up. That's it. That's about right. So put the arrow on. Yeah, up 0.6. That's your set. And we can actually see this reading on one of the displays later on. So we don't take off at full power. So. Right, so pretty much set up here. We're going to go up to 9,000 feet. I'll let you do this, spin that up to 9,000. So the idea is that I don't do anything, I just do it all. That's it. And these little dots mean that the speed, the heading, and the altitude are all controlled by this box.
Right.
So this is the autopilot panel. If we want, so this box is driving the autopilot through this panel. And then we start the engine on the pushback. So to start the engine, put that to start. This is the fuel control switch and all the start circuits all in one switch. You pull it up with your fingers and push it forward. Number 2 first, yeah. This little grey box means the electric circuits or start circuits are activated. So this is the right hand engine. There's 2 fans, well there's more than 2 fans in the engine, but there's a big fan at the front, which is this one, and then behind it is a little fan. This is the speed of the little fan, it turns first, the big fan will start to turn, and then next thing we'll see is fuel flow coming in here, and followed by ignition, and that's the exhaust gas temperature. Right. And once it's started, we'll start the second engine, we'll start the left engine. We all start the right engine first, that's to do with the hydraulics. Right. It gives us the primary hydraulics for brakes and stuff. So it's available, we start the left engine, so just flick it up, same as that one. When that goes green, it's set. This can go back to normal, and we can take the APU off now, so we take that switch off. It's great. Taxi light needs to come on, so nose wheel taxi. That's fine with the taxi. And then the others we can just leave off. But this is the beacon that's on top of the red light that you see flashing. You have that on whenever you're moving or engine running. The strobes come on when you're on the runway, that's the white ones and the wingtips. So when you're ready, you can take the front brake off. You can just put just a little bit of thrust on, so bring it up to, that's a little bit more than that. That's leave it there. Allow the engine to turn off, the aircraft will start to move, and then you can bring the aircraft onto this yellow line. This is your speed here, ground speed. You want to be under 15 knots usually. So if you want to, can you see the top of the screen? Yeah. So left or right round this roundabout, we'll go, and we're going to say follow it round. We're going to go, just follow this yellow line round to the right, and then take the first left across this runway.
That way?
Yeah, so you'll see it veers off to the left here. So you might have to add just a little bit of power again. It's just constantly adding the power as you need to. All the way to the top, that's it.
Seatbelts, everybody.
Seatbelt signs are on.
Turn all of your electronic devices off.
Yeah, so you actually physically look, you make sure there's nothing coming down the runway, because there's 2 runways operation in Manchester, you have 1 landing, 1 takeoff.
flying.
And when we get to the
We're going
end, you'll
for
find that there's a little hump on this runway here, so it'll tend to speed up as we come off the side. So just do it as we bring the
Glide
thrust levers
through the
back.
sky.
The theory is it will highlight anything that needs to be done. So auto brakes need to come on. These means the parking brake is off and the flaps are set. So we're going to, it's safe to fly. I'll bring the flaps up in a second. I'll show you what happens if the flaps aren't set. Okay, if you press that now, it comes all the red warning. That means red is danger, obviously. Right. So serious. So let's reset the flaps, and then once the flaps are finished running, that's it. Then you can press the test button. That's it. It's normal. So we're safe to go. Okay, so heels on the floor, toes on the pedals. I'll tell you when to pull back. Hands on the thrust levers, and we'll start the takeoff one. So steer using the rudder. You'll find that as the aircraft picks up speed. So initially it's just nose wheel steering, but as the rudder becomes effective with airflow, it'll become more sensitive as you go. So initially it needs quite a lot of rudder, but as the airflow increases, the ship's rudder becomes effective. I just try to keep it straight down the runway. So if we bring the thrust levers up to the 5s, allow the engines to run up, that's it. So I would just then check them and say, okay, engines are stable, and a second just put on the engine page. And moving forward through that first restriction, keep going. And stop at the second one. That's great. And you know it's set because up this little box here pops up, flex 25, which means that the thrust lever is set correctly. So your speed is on the left hand side. You see the speed tape that moves under that yellow bar. So the speed now is 110. I'll tell you when to pull back on the stick. And on the right hand side of the altitude, that will start to climb and we take off. So, okay, that's V1, so take your hands off the thrust levers. That's flying, so rotate, pull back, gently back. Get the nose onto that, bring your eyes back in, put the yellow box on the 15. Ignore the green lines for a second, that's something we'll look at. So that's it. So the Airbus, you wouldn't do this real, but you take your hand off, and it just sits there. So we can take the gear up now, so you pull that out, and put it up, and you put your hand back on the stick, so we're still flying obviously. Okay, now we want to follow this green line. So this flight director is a guidance. That's it. So you move into instinctively.
I'm watching you, so you won't see it.
Yeah, be close. Yeah.
So it's way too late.
Yeah, you close your speeds, up to 1,000 miles an hour. So it's a dot until it gets very close, and then suddenly it's filled on the screen. So where are we now? My range 110 miles. So he's coming through. Yeah, so he's coming through. He's coming to 7.5 miles. So if we didn't do anything,
Traffic.
so it warns us. First of all, it was amber. And then if you don't do anything, it then determines there's a conflict.
It's gonna crash.
That needs a resolution.
Climb.
Close.
Yeah, it is close, but you see it pushes into a climb.
Yeah.
It's going
And
below
power
us.
goes up. Power goes on, brings the nose up. His aircraft will be put out to descent. You see him?
Yeah.
He's going
Oh, there
fast.
he is. He's coming down the left hand side.
He's going really fast.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's because we're both heading towards each other. He's going down, we're going up.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. And once
That's
it's
back
clear,
to white.
Clear of
it
conflict.
tells you it's clear and it returns you back to cruise altitude. You can see, so it's a really lovely little safety feature. That alarm will stop in a second. That's because we've come off height, or target height. Well, we actually need to go down now anyway, so we spin that down to 2,500. Right, I press that in, it defaults to heading mode once it has a detection, because it allows you then to intervene. Right, if you press that in, it now puts us in. It's saying more drag because actually we're a little bit high, so we'll need to start adding more drag. So we'll do that by pushing that down, and then bring the all the way to the back. You'll see that you'll see that the speed brakes pop up. This is your rate of descent indicator. It's saying 17, 18. That's in hundreds of feet per minute. You see that's increasing now because we've got the speed brakes out. The next event will be. It's couple of wiggly lines on here. Basically, it's worked out that we're a little bit high. Oh, it's 600 feet, so not too bad. I'll just pop in a couple of things for the landing. On the speed indicator, that's the lowest speed it'll go to until we set more flaps. So we set flap 1. That's it. And now it's it'll detect we set the flap and allow it to decelerate further. Okay, it's just capturing the localizer now. It's the left-right indication for guidance to the runway, and then the GS one that you see is the little box at the top of the screen, and we just capture the glide slope. So now we're going on the glide slope. So we need to take the the problem is we're now descending on the ILS, we're going down a hill, thrusters are idle, we've got drag out, but it's still not slowing down very quickly. So I would drop the gear now, just pull that out. That'll add lots of drag, and that'll allow us to slow us down to bring the next stage of flap out, which is now. So we can set next set of flap 2. That's it. Sorry, I just jammed in.
Panic!
And we can take the next stage of flap, which is now. So flap 3, is it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a little bit fiddly, so getting used to it. And then we take the final stage of flap, which is flap full. Yeah. And then the last thing we're going to do is pop the spoilers back in, and so that's it, and then arm them for landing, so they pop out and land. That's it. So the landing checks. If there's anything left out, they'd be in blue. But see, so your call to me would be, Alan, you do the landing checks, and I look at it and go blue. That's what you say.
Yeah.
So you don't have to read them. So nice and accurate with the flight director work now. Just let me adjust that slightly. It's okay. It's just slightly slow on speed. I'll just adjust it.
You can see the runway.
You can see the runway. So yeah. So it's going to shout a few things out. It's going to shout 1,000. Well, it's done that already actually.
Yeah.
So it's going to shout 500, 400. 300 feet, 100 feet above our decision point to land or not land. So it'll then say 100 above. So it's 500, 400, 500. Next one will be 100 above. Then it'll say minimum, which is 200 feet, which is our decision.
100 above.
100 above. And then it'll say minimum of 200 feet.
50 above.
So hand on the thrust lever, getting ready to pull the thrust back. Not yet, I'll tell you when.
Minimum 200.
Okay. So it's going to shout 100, 50, 40, 30. When it shouts
100.
30,
Light slope.
you want to look down the end of the runway.
Light slope. 40.
Bring the stick back now, pull back gently.
20
That's it.
retard.
That's okay, that's fine. Lovely, push forward on the stick, get the nose down, reverse thrust. So, the paddles yet. Steer with your feet. So the brakes are automatically coming on, so you don't have to do anything with the pedals on the steer. We're going to cancel reverse now, push the thrust levers forward, back away, that's it. And the brakes will just bring us to gently to a halt. Once we stop, the auto brakes will come off, or you can take them off by touching the brakes and it'll deselect it. Very well, that was really good.
Oh my goodness.
So, and this flies, how it feels, how it responds, exactly the same as the airplane. It's virtually identical. And the test for it was, once we finished building it and had it tested, I asked all the senior training captains from the airline to come in and fly it, and they went spot on. It flies. One of them said it flies better than the sims we use for training.
Wow.
So
It is really good. It feels really convincing.
it is. Right. So let's look at the window, and you can use the little steering wheel to turn us left and right. So you can sort of play with that now if you want. You can move it left.
Turn stuff.
So a bit more left turn, a bit more left, a little bit more. That's it. You see the nose will start to move. Okay, so what I want you to do is, I want you to turn left here. We'll come off the runway and we'll taxi down to the end and turn around and take off.
Try to stay off the grass stuff.
Yeah, try to stay if you can. Well, it doesn't matter, it's a simulator, that's fine. You'll be having tea and coffee with the tea biscuits with the chief pilot though. And you'll see this yellow line will, at the end of here, should turn to the right, so we just follow
back
it
to
down
that.
to the right.
Gonna have a try, you may as well.
Yeah, that's true. Right, so I'll do the brakes, you won't be able to reach them. So I'll just change the weather. Before we do that, we need to reset this here. Spin that left until it says 989.
There we go.
Okay, that's great. I'll do the same on my side. Okay, so hands back on here again. Push forward on the thrust levers. Keep going. One more. Stop there. That's it. It tells you the brakes are on.
Oh, whoa, looking stormy weather.
It is stormy weather, yeah. You wouldn't be taking off in this.
Oh, wouldn't you?
No.
Too.
You wouldn't be taking off into red like this.
No,
You'd
suddenly
be
it's
waiting
gonna be
until
unpleasant.
waiting until that's all moves through. So I'll just
We'll be
take
taking
it off
her off with an 11-year-old
But
in
we've
pilot
got to get
school.
back to Manchester.
But at the same time, you wouldn't
So
want
we're coming
an
up
11-year-old to drive a
takeoff
plane,
speed,
would
so I'll
you?
say where to pull back. Okay, so pull back on the stick now. That's it.
Whoa.
Put that yellow dot on the 15th, so keep a bit more, and then relax the pressure on the stick. That's it. That's it. You don't have to keep flying, you can actually just let go of the stick if you want now. And the gear can come up, so you pull that out, you reach it, put it to the up position. Right, see these green bars? You can see the yellow dot is over the cross where the two green lines cross over. You want to keep that yellow box on that cross. So you see it's over to the left and up a little bit. So you have to go to the left and pull back slightly. It constantly changes though. Okay, so now you follow it, keep chasing it. So fly it to the right, hold the right hand pressure in the stick. So that's it, hold the pressure on. And push forward a little bit. So you need to fly that yellow box right onto where those two green lines cross over. So right stick, move to the right.
Move a lot to the right.
Yeah, lots to the right. Okay, that's it. Not too much now. That's it. Push forward. That's it.
Why did someone make an 11-year-old drive the plane?
Okay,
No,
I'm just gonna put this up to
we're going to crash. This is hard.
So you'll get it. You will get it. There's lots of little control inputs.
We're going to crash.
Yeah,
Who
it's
would
going
let
the
an
wrong way, it's alright.
11-year-old drive?
We would.
Okay.
No. Dum
So
dum
lots of little
crashes
inputs.
now.
That's it.
We do
That's
not
really
want
good.
to.
Okay, that's good. Turn you to the right.
Follow the hand on.
Speed.
Oops.
It's alright.
Level off.
Bring it back to the cross.
Yeah, push forward. Push forward.
Speed.
Push forward.
Speed.
Down.
Okay.
Back to the right, back to the right. We are a little way from the.
I'm not a million miles away from it now, so that's good.
So follow the cross. You should.
Yeah, just keep following it. Push forward. Forward.
Forward and down a bit.
Not quite as smooth as you.
Okay, Donnie, just let me hold it a second. Okay, let me fly it a second. Just take your hand off the stick. Just let me do it.
Fuel input.
Just give me a second. I'll sort it out, and then you'll give it back to you in just a moment.
Fuel input.
Otherwise you're going to have to land on these houses.
1,000.
Well, we're going a bit to the left. Oh, let me go
Right, okay. Okay, you've got it again. You can fly it. Just keep following.
Follow the
fly
cross,
direct.
nice and gentle.
Yeah, little inputs. So
what's that over there?
what's that? That's Woodford.
Right.
That's the airfield in Woodford. Yeah.
500. 400.
Just keep following that flight director. So. Okay, just look out the window now. You see out the window?
Yeah.
Okay, just come to the right very slightly.
100 above.
That's it. Bring the nose
Think
up.
rate.
Bring the nose up a bit.
Back a bit.
Minimum.
Hold it there. Fine.
Glide slope.
We'll get ready to bring the nose up. Ready.
Glide slope.
Okay, just hold it there. That's fine. Push forward very slightly. Push forward. Push forward. Push forward.
Glide slope.
Push forward a little bit.
50.
Okay, bring the nose up one tiny. Pull the nose up a little bit.
Pull back,
20
pull back.
retard.
That's no, you're fine. That's fine. Hand on the thrust levers. Pull these paddles up. Pull them back. I'll steer with my
Reverse
feet.
thrust. Steer with your feet.
I'll do it.
I don't do it, I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
Alright, still with my feet. Oh no!
So press the right pedal. Press the right pedal. That's fine. You're okay. We're on the concrete. That's all that matters. Press the reverse. Push this forward. That's it. Back to idle again.
Oh no.
That's it. Well done. In the end, it actually was all right.
Yeah, you did really well there.
Yeah, you landed it.
So you just use this as a joystick, just for
Yeah. So you look at the. Look at the display here. Look at the yellow. Okay, that's fine.
Take right.
Flat to the right.
The left and right is.
Yeah, so just hold the control in though. When you put the control, so roll to the right, so put the control in and hold it. So squeeze it to the right, stick to the right.
All right.
So hold it, we're on to where the two green lines cross over. That's it, yeah, so just keep chasing it. So,
Left. Down.
okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Yeah, so a bit more.
Being too gentle, aren't I?
Yeah, when you move the control, put the control and hold it and let the aircraft respond. So that's it. Keep chasing it. So keep chasing, hold the control in though.
Yeah.
And then, okay, bring the nose up slightly. Try to do both at the same, so roll and pitch at the same time as you can. That's really good. So the thing to do with this is actually to react as quickly as possible. Steadily, we're not really deviating left or right at the centre line. And you don't have to do very much. So just bring the nose up slightly and hold it there. Just look out the window now. That's all you need to do.
500.
Okay, you might have to roll the wings to the left slightly. So roll the wings to the
400.
left. That's it. To the left. Left. Forget the instrument now. Just look out the window.
Okay.
Glide slope.
Okay, bring the nose up slightly.
100
Roll
above.
to the right.
Glide slope.
Roll to the right. That's it. Level the wings. That's fine. Bring the nose
Glide
up here.
slope.
Nose up a little bit. Nose
Minimum.
up. Pull
Glide
back.
slope.
That's it. That's fine. Roll to the left.
Glide slope.
Watch them trees.
Yeah.
Oh,
Glide
I'm
slope.
gonna go through
No,
the
it's right.
trees.
Come left slightly. Come left
Glide
slightly.
slope.
Keep the left wing down. Keep the left wing
do
down.
it.
Glide slope.
That's it. Alright. Okay, level the wing. Okay, pull back. Pull back gently.
20 retard.
Okay. I'll steer your feet. Reverse thrust. I'll put that in.
Oh my gosh!
Going up again.
I'm on the concrete.
You're on the concrete, yeah. It was actually again.
You've got to get some ribbon for that one though.